Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Alienware M17x R4. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to remove the battery. So slide this tab over and pull this up. Okay. Then we're going to set this aside. The battery is here. This looks like an aftermarket one, but they have this model M17x. Anyways, if you're going to get a replacement, make sure it matches. Okay. It looks like the customer kind of took this stuff apart already. But let's see. All right, I'm thinking from the look of it, there's only 2 screws here we're gonna have to remove. Hopefully that really is the case. Keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and length. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. I'm not sure why their labels here are all torn up, but their Windows sticker and everything is all like torn off. Kind of weird. All right. Anyways, we got those 2 screws out. Let's see if we can slide this. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the side here and then push here, and you can see it slid up, and we can now lift this bottom cover off. Very nice and easy to remove. Not like any of the new stuff where it's like a really big pain. There are 2 slots for 2.5-inch SATA hard drives, 3 screws to remove, and then you can get a thing in there. Let me actually, I might have to clean this out first because there's a lot of gross dust and stuff in here. So let me do that real quick and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. So you can see it's a lot cleaner now. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. So there's 2 hard drives slots that we can replace the hard drives or add hard drives to. Okay. Let's see if these screws, they seem to be stuck to the hard drive caddy itself. Yep. Okay, so these kinds of hard drives, the way they go in, they're like drop in place. So you can see they include the little connector here. How do you get this out? There's a foam pad that holds it. Okay, so you would have to slide this out. I don't want to take it out because then I don't think I can put it back in this thing. Okay, you can see they put this rubbery piece here to hold that in place. And once you take that out, you can take this piece off. I'll show you what the connector looks like on the other one, but I don't want to take this out because I might not be able to put it back in. And since they're not adding a second hard drive here, then we're not going to need that. Okay, so we're going to get these screws back in. Okay, make sure screws go in straight. Okay, this was back in the day where they were making removable, replaceable GPUs and CPUs. So the CPU and GPU on these are replaceable. I'm not sure what exactly their limitation is, because sometimes there's a slot limitation that's not just, well, not just the socket type, but sometimes they'll use a software that limits what you can put in there. You can see this has a little screw that you can twist with a flathead screwdriver to undo. After you remove the heatsink here, you can pop that out. It looks like if you remove the fan first, there's the fan connector there, then you can undo this. You can lift it at an angle and slide it out this way. If you need to undo the heatsink and get to the CPU, then you can use a flathead screwdriver, twist this thing all the way counterclockwise. There's a little notch or nub at the end of that screw that will hit this part over here, and then that will release the pins and you can pull the CPU out. The GPU, excuse me, I don't see where the slot is on here, but I'm sure it's slotted in as well. I think the slot is actually on this side. So once you remove the heatsink screws, oh, it's missing 1 screw here. Oh, actually, it's missing 2 screws. So once you undo the heatsink screws, it looks like there's a screw here, and then after that, you can lift it up and pull it out that way, I believe. But yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. You got also this fan connector here, so the other 3 fan screws you have to remove as well. And then there's the CMOS, BIOS, RTC, real-time clock battery, whatever you want to call it. To remove that, you push it inwards. It will pass these little clips that stick out, and then you can lift it out. Okay, not really much else to look at in here. Okay, and yeah, I'm not going to really take everything else out. Oh yeah, there's obviously the RAM slots. There's 2 slots. Pull these 2 tabs to the side. It pops up like this. Then you can go ahead and pull this out. This is 8 gig stick of RAM that they have in here. PC3 12800S. They might have upgraded this at one point, but this is, yeah, PC3 12800S. Okay, so you can upgrade your RAM to whatever you can find. I don't know if they have 16 gig sticks of PC3 RAM, but if you find it, you can try putting that, and most likely it will work. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm getting ants attacking. Give me a second, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Ants have been attacking for the last several days, so I haven't really been able to get much repairs done on this desk. They finally calmed down quite a bit, so hopefully that will be the end of it after today. Okay, so we'll get these last 3 screws out. Now that we got those, we're going to use this pull tab and just pull straight up. This pull tab usually I feel is kind of weak, so I get scared pulling on that, especially with it being old. So if it does tear or you can't get it out that way, you can use the 2 screws, you can grab it and you can pull up just like that. Okay, so there we go. Here's the connector I was talking about. So that's what it looks like. Okay, and this is just like any other SATA connector. You would pop this out. I use my thumb here and then I kind of wedge it like that. Then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. And then once you get both sides out a little bit, you can easily grab it and pull it out. Okay, so here you can see this is hard drive module 0 and this is module 1. Okay, we're going to remove the 4 screws from this hard drive to remove it, and then we're going to put an SSD in there, and we're going to install Windows, and that's pretty much all there is for this repair. Windows, if you don't know how, I think I have a video showing how to do that. I'll have to see, but basically you create a Windows USB installer from Microsoft. They have a link to do that. And then you run it on Alienware. It should be F12 to boot from that USB. We'll see if it's the same on this one. But we'll drop the hard drive out, okay? And then let's go ahead and grab the other hard drive or SSD. Give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So let's get this SSD out of the packaging here. Okay, they didn't really want to put too much money into it because they're low on funding and they kind of just wanted to play their games. So we got 500 gigs, plenty of storage space, save them some money. All right, usually most people don't actually need 1 terabyte, they just like having it there. I see most people that use or have 1 terabyte drives are actually only using about 200 or so gigs. So yeah, but these days that's the default almost. All right, so we'll get these screws back in to hold the SSD in place. All right, now that we got those 4 screws in, we're gonna get this connector on. Okay, so just get it lined up and push that down. All right, and then to get the hard drive in, you just line these things up. And the main thing, you want to line this up with the slot here, and then it just gets pushed into place. Let me see if I can get a better close-up view of this. Okay, so you can kind of see that better. But this tab will kind of be in the way anyways. Line that up, okay? And then you can push on this tab to help, just like that. And then we just got to get these 3 screws in. So I like to twist it backwards to make sure it lines up right, and then tighten it down. Whoa, did it do something weird? Okay, there we go. I'll get this one. Okay, and then twist that in. Huh. Okay, and the last screw here, tighten that down. There we go. All right, so now we got the SSD installed, and give me a second, I'll be back. All right, we're back. Let's go ahead now and zoom out here and get this back into view. Okay. Oops, wrong way. All right, nope, more. Oh, too much. There we go. Okay, so now we got that out. We're gonna set this hard drive aside. And now we just gotta get the bottom cover back on. Let's zoom in a little more to get. All right, so the bottom cover, obviously same way as before, kind of just line this up. Okay, line it up where it's slightly pushed up this way, then hold on to this, kind of keep it pressed down and slide it back into place. All right, these old laptops were so nice to work on. The new stuff, they design it to where you can't take things apart. Anyways, we'll get these 2 screws back in. Okay, then we'll get the battery back in. So the battery goes in at an angle like this. The only thing I didn't like is back in the day they used this material that over time turns to this goopy stuff. It's pretty gross. That's why stuff is all stuck to it. Anyways, we slide that back and then click that in, and there we go. So that's pretty much it. We'll flip this over. Let's go ahead. See, you can see the whole laptop has that whatever material that it turns like that gross tacky stuff. All right, let me go ahead and get their charger. I'll be back. We're gonna boot from a Windows 10 USB, and hopefully the OS install will go really well. Okay, so let's get this. I'm gonna plug this USB in here real quick. Let me grab the charger. I'll be back. All right, so we got the charger plugged in. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, they got stuff in the screen as well. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. Let's power this on. And we're gonna press F12. Okay, it does see the SSD, and here we go. We got the legacy boot. Oh, apparently it supports MSATA as well. Is there an MSATA in here? I didn't see one. Is it hiding? All right, MSATA, hard drive, USB storage device. They also have the UEFI, so I'm going to go to the EFI SanDisk Cruiser Fit, which is my external SSD or USB. Then we have the Windows 10 setup, and we're just going to go through the setup like normal. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you can't help out that way, it would help out a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.